Physics. In physics, we are going to start with the meaning of physics. Meaning of physics. The second one is the history of physics. The third one, why we need to study physics. Why we need to study physics. So in the first one, let us look at the meaning of physics. Meaning of physics. So physics is referred to natural science. As the meaning of physics, physics is a branch of science that concerned with study of nature, properties of matter and energy. So this is the meaning of physics. So let us look what we call history of physics. History of physics. So the history of physics. In the history of physics, the physics are born by the first person who started thinking a word. Ask why. The why. Ask the question. Okay? Example, why there is day? It was the question that asked that a man. Why there is a night? It's the question that asked by man. Why object falls down and the other goes up? So it was the question that asked by that man himself in the history of physics. So let us look the some example of 4, a man who tries to talk about of the history of physics. And after looking the some question that was asked that man, so let us look at the first person who tried to develop his answers. The first person attempted to answer those questions were a Greek who started doing this before 400 before Christians. By about of 320 before Christians, the first greatest physicist of a day is called the Aristotle, had developed the thinkable explanation of motion by 5043 AD. Adonomian means after Christian. This person who tries to explain about the history of physics according to the motion is called the Aristotle. Is the first physician who tries to explain about of physics as the history of physics. In that day, in the same time, there is another scientist who is called Nicholas Copernicus. Had already explained the earth goes around of the sun. The earth goes around of the sun. It means that in every time the earth can goes around of the sun. So as you see, so let us take an example. Let us take example. This is sun. Okay? This is sun. This is orbital. Okay? Earth, they move through in orbital. means the earth will be move around of the sun. They will cross here, then back to in original position, but they cross the sun. This is the Nicholas Copernicus has already explained the earth goes around of the sun. Sun is another scientist who is trying to explain how the earth goes around of the sun in the history of physics. Okay, so and after finding what you call nucleus, there is another scientist who is called Isaac Newton. Is another scientist who tried to explain that object always falls down on the earth. In 1727, after in 1727, Isaac Newton, as another scientist, explains that object always falls on the earth. So, in 1940 AD, Albert Einstein is already explained the nuclear energy can be gotten from the interior, the center of atom. So, according to those history of physics, they are already able to explain that is according to Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, and another Nicholas, and another scientist who tries to explain what we call history of physics. It is the original of history of physics that all scientists try to explain that. So, in according to those, as the Mendes was gone, means as the days of means as the day of continuous goes more, a scientist in physics continues to discover more explanation about of the creation of physics as separated from another science. So means that according to the history of physics, they are already to explain the history of physics. So now let us continue and look why we need to study physics as separation from other science. We are going to look the reason why we need to study physics as separated from another science.